What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Kong Studios Dragon Ball Heroes Super Saiyan 4 Vegitto. Let's dive right into it. Starting off with that sexy packaging, I have to say this all the time. You guys know I am a lover of art. So here we have Super Saiyan 4 Vegitto with this, I don't know, this is an awesome pose. I think this is like the final Kamehameha he's doing, or maybe just some kind of power-up ki blast. I don't know. But this art is super sick. It's printed onto the box. Everything else is white. You do have this logo right here, but the image does kind of go across the box, as you guys can see. So that looks really cool. I really love how they did this. Like, it looks like it's painted. I don't know. This just looks like a really dope image. But honestly, that's pretty much all you get on the box. You get this choking hazard right here, which, I mean, we already know this isn't for children. So yeah, that being said, that's the sexy packaging. Let's bust this figure open and see what it's all about. Now, straight out of the package, I will say this is one of those reviews where we got a little bit to talk about. There are some bads that are kind of really bad, and then there are some goods that are really good. So most people always want to go with the bad first, and so I'll go ahead and address my number one issue with this figure, and it's actually the same issue we got with the official Vegitto release, the Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, I think like a year ago. The neck on this guy is too long. It is way too long, and it's the exact same neck that's on this figure. There are some slight modifications to it just so that they could have this hair put on here. But the neck on this is just way too long. And with the fact that he's basically, this guy is just all bulk and muscle and no clothing on it, it kind of makes the neck looks like it's a little bit longer. And I don't know, man. It can be really bothersome to look at. I want to throw that out there from the jump. If it bothered you with this figure, then it's definitely going to bother you with this one. So I wanted to make sure to throw that out there. Another issue that I noticed straight off the back. I've had some time to play with this, by the way. I didn't mention it, but I played with this a little bit last night before jumping into this review. The pegs. They split like this, and I hate that. It's not just the neck either. It's doing that on the neck, but it is also doing it on the hand. Like, I haven't been able to swap out the hand without that split right there. And so, yeah, those two things are probably what bother me the most. And now I'm going to try to get this back on here so that I can continue with the review. There's one other thing that I dislike, but I'll get to that when I get to that particular segment. Moving on to some positives. First off, I got to say, the head sculpt, it's the same thing that we already gotten with the original Vegitto. They just painted the hair brown, and then they painted the red under the eyes. As you can see, he's got that one little black line in the green of his eyes as well, or the black pupil rather, I'm sorry. And I really like what they did with this Super Saiyan 4 hair sculpt. This is really good. They sculpted this nicely. Honestly, it's to the point, if I didn't know any better, I would have thought that this was an authentic product. So they did a great job on that. I'll definitely give them that. Now, another thing I want to mention that is really good, and possibly, I know I'm going to catch some flack for this, possibly just as good as Tamashii Nations, is they sculpted all of this. This entire body is not Super Saiyan 4 Goku. Or maybe some of it is, but maybe with some like extra detailing in it. I'm not entirely sure, but like this feels a little bit more rugged, and it has a nicer feel to it. It gives it more of that Super Saiyan 4 feel. Like, I'm saying that like I've touched the Super Saiyan 4 in real life. But either way, this is still the best figure of all time. But this guy right here, just like, I don't know what it is about the sculpt on the fur and everything. It just feels really nice. It might be the same, but I don't think it is. I feel like the biceps and everything on Goku are a little bit bigger. Maybe the torso is slightly the same. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. But either way, they did a great job sculpting that. And the hair, even this hair piece like right here, It can be a little bit annoying. You got to work with it a little bit to get it to sit how you want it to. But with that long neck, it's kind of hard to get it to sit flush. But still, it does move instead of sitting in one place. So I'm glad that they were able to do that. The gloves on this guy look really nice. They look like they came straight out of the anime. I love how they sculpted these to the arms. So that lets you know right there, it's not a Super Saiyan 4 Goku steel, because these are sculpted onto the arms and painted very nicely, might I add, if I didn't already say that. This skirt piece, if I can talk, this thing is amazing. They did a really good job on this. It's a very soft plastic, and it's not going to hinder the articulation pretty much at all. I really hope that Tamashii Nations will start utilizing softer plastic like this so that leg articulation won't be hindered on a lot of figures, because this is really good. Like, as you can see, he can pretty much kick out and hold it, and that piece stays up. So that's a great job. In terms of the pants, they're just painted red, but they look really good. Everything in terms of paint work is very, very clean on this guy from head to toe. These boots, I believe, or at least the upper parts of the boots, are a new sculpt. And then even moving back to the tail, I don't know if that's new. Let's find out. I think, yeah, because that's not the same at all. So even the tail is a new sculpt. It's a little bit thicker at the end than Goku's. It's up to preference which one you like more. I think both of them look really good. So yeah, overall, that's what we have in the beginning. Let's go ahead and put this guy back so we can see how tall he stands, and we can further discuss this crazy, interesting release. Now, to the top of his head, Vegitto stands almost 6 inches before the hair. To the top of his hair, he's almost 6.5 inches. So pretty tall figure. We know where some of that length comes from. Y'all know what I mean. Yeah, he's decently sized, and we'll see how he fits in scale with other Dragon Ball figures later on in the review. Moving on to the articulation, he looks up about that much, but that's one of the neck issues that you get. You can kind of rotate it back to alleviate some of the ugliness, but just depending on how you have it angled, that neck is just gonna look really bad, man. I know I mentioned that a lot, but this is a make or break thing for a lot of people. But in terms of moving it around, you can totally move his head around. It's gonna look weird, but you can do it. And then it just popped off on me again, so let me fix that, and then I'll continue the articulation. Now, as far as the other hair piece, it does lift up and down. It's just on a hinge, so that one's not going to be doing a whole lot. These pieces are also on a ball peg, and I think they're attached right in here in the hair. It seems like it's a ball peg. I can't really tell, but you can kind of move them around to get them to sit how you want them to. So I think they did a good job with that. As far as the arms go, they do go up and out about that much. If you want to bring them in, he does have a really gracious butterfly joint. If you want to pose him, I don't know, swing a baseball bat, if you could get one in his hands, you could do that, or you could hit him. You could get him in Kamehameha poses. You could get him in final Kamehameha, final flash. He's going to be able to do it all. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. The hands are actually, you could even get him doing a fusion dance. I'm just looking at that. But yeah, the hands are on a ball peg, of course. The torso, it doesn't move as much as I would want it to, but he crunches back about that much, crunches forward about that much. And then this is where we run into my other issue with this figure. It does not have waist swivel at all, because I was talking to my boys Star Blast Studios about this one. Apparently they used the body mold of the, I don't know, the Super Warrior Awakening Goku, or just any Goku that they've been giving us lately, where for whatever reason you can't really get any waist swivel out of them. You get a little bit more out of this one, but on this guy, you pretty much get absolutely none. This guy's not going to turn at all. And so that's like a major bother, because if you want to get him into those Kamehameha charging poses, it's just not going to happen, and that sucks. So yeah, just wanted to throw that out there. He kicks forward about that much. He kicks back completely. Once again, that skirt piece not hindering it at all. He can do the splits just fine. He does also have a really good, wow, that's better than I thought it was, thigh swivel. That's nice. He does have double jointed knees. The foot is pretty much the same thing you get with most Vegeta figures. Goes down about that much, up about that much. You get a little bit of ankle rocker, and then you do get a toe hinge. Now moving back to the tail, It is a ball peg, or it's on a ball peg. It's kind of plugged into him, and it does hinge up and move around and all that good stuff. So for the most part, the articulation is fine. The neck sucks, and then the fact that you can't do anything at the waist. I think if this guy had a waist swivel, then it probably would have made this figure a little bit better. But yeah, articulation wise, I still give it a pass, but of course it could have been better. Now, when it comes to accessories, you actually get quite a few more than I thought you did. And some of these pieces can be used with other figures. But first off, he comes out of the package with his smirking looking to the side head and a pair of fist hands. You do get an angry expression or just kind of neutral Vegitto, which I'm glad that they threw this in there. You do get a teeth gritted head, and then you do get a yelling, screaming, powering up, final Kamehameha, whatever you want to use it for head. In terms of hands, you get quite a few. You get a pair of blasting hands. You get these cool pair of like relaxed hands. I know these have come with some Dragon Ball figure, but it's not the Vegeta ones. I've seen these and I don't know, but they're not from him. So it's cool that you get these. They're kind of, like I said, relaxed. You get one Big Bang attack hand. You do get these pair of Kamehameha hands, and then you also get a separate hand for a charging effect. Now, keep in mind what I'm about to show. He does not come with this. This is what it was for. This came with the original version, and you just kind of plug this in there. And I don't know if it wants to go or not. I don't want to break that. But pretty much you just plug it in there like this, and it latches on to the hand or pegs into the hand. He doesn't come with that effect. I'll say that again. But yeah, you do get a hand for that. It'll probably work if you put it in some hot water. But you do get a get over here hand, or come here, whatever you want to use it for. You get a hand for grabbing Zamasu by the neck or face or whatever you want to use it for. And then you do get an instant transmission hand. So a ton of hands. And then on top of that, you do get these two Keyblade effects. I'll probably use these with other figures, but you do get one that is this gold, like translucent plastic, and then you get one that's this white translucent plastic. And this is pretty interesting. Both of these are really cool. They're solid. I like these a lot. I never seen him use this. I don't know if he did or not. I don't know if they just threw that in there, but it's a cool effect. So both of these are pretty nice. But yes, that's pretty much all you get in terms of accessories. That's a lot. I can't complain about that. That's definitely a fair amount for the price of this figure. Moving on to size comparisons, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts original Bandai release Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan Vegitto. This is with a Kong Studio normal head sculpt on the body. And then, of course, we do have him standing next to the original, the authentic, the first best Dragon Ball figure ever, Super Saiyan 4 Goku from SH Figuarts. Next up, here he is standing next to a Kong Studios Capsule Corp Gi Goku. This is probably my favorite release by them. I just love the black and orange on Goku, and the head sculpt is also from Kong Studios as well. So I don't know, I just really love this release. And then of course we do have the SH Figuarts Jiren from Dragon Ball Super as well. Here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Hit, which is one of my favorite figures. And then we do have the, I don't know if this is the demoniacal fit or the authentic. I've got like 5 of these, literally. But we have him standing next to a Goku Black figure. Might be SH Figuarts, might not. Take it how you want. And lastly, for some extras, y'all know I had to do it. Here he is standing next to a Marvel Legends PS4/PS5. If you don't have one, greatness comes to those who wait. Miles Morales, and then we do have the Mafex first release 1.0 Spider-Man from Spider-Man Homecoming. I had to do it since the movie just came out. First things first, before I even give my final thoughts, I want to say big shout out to 5K Toys for sending this my way. You guys are always coming through in the clutch, sending me stuff, and I truly, 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 truly appreciate it. Guys, if you have not shopped with 5K Toys, you're missing out because they get some of the craziest Dragon Ball stuff. Their shipping is fast, their customer service is amazing, and they're just all around great people. So I will leave the link to their website below so you can get your hands on this guy or just browse around, see what else you might find, because they've got a ton of crazy things. And also I do have another review from a 5K toy Kong Studio, something Dragon Ball related coming next, but you guys will see that when we get to it. Now on to this figure. This is one where I have to say it's kind of up to you. Because if this is a figure you're looking to get and pose around and have a whole bunch of fun and do things like this, it's not going to happen. But if you're buying this guy, let's just say to stand on your shelf next to a Super Saiyan 4 Goku, or you just want to pose him around with some of your other figures, make him look nice on the DTOF, not really doing anything special, this guy can look really, really, really good. Especially if you get that face off of him that he came with in the package. That smirking face where he looks to the side. I think that was what was kind of ruining it at the beginning of the video. Something about that expression on this body just doesn't really work for me. Because when you have this guy posed up, standing straight, he looks really good. I'm sure you guys can tell just looking at him in a vanilla pose next to Goku. He looks nice. He dang near looks authentic. I wouldn't know if I didn't know, if that makes sense. But he does have some problems if you want to pose him. If you're buying this guy and you just want to take pictures, you just want to pose him around and do all that type of stuff, he's not a figure for that. I just personally don't think he is. You can still get him in some poses, you can still have some fun with him, but overall I just don't think he is a figure for that, personally. Now, if you just want to stand him on the shelf, I know I'm repeating myself, he will look great. He will look grand. He will look nice. Because in terms of paintwork, he's great. In terms of accessories, he's great. He just will stand there and look the part. That's really all I got to say about it. So that being said, that's my review. A few gripes with this one, of course, but you guys know what to go into when it comes to a review. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And lastly, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and peace.